Tell me if it's
No,
a
you
success.
can.
I already tested it, so
Okay.
you need to go. I had to do a recipe test. Beautiful. Yummy. In honor of being at TJ's fireside, we've got s'mores here.
Fireside chats. Ooh, that is the hot part of the beanbag.
Oh no, don't burn the bean
It'll
bag.
be fine.
Okay, so grab your one. We're just going to do a quick taste test. It's not going to be pretty because it's very melty.
Hope that the ASMR mukbangers. Okay.
Not
It's good.
very melty.
Sorry, only listeners and not viewers.
So yeah, audio listeners,
I
TJ
think I'm
is
done for now.
Okay. Do you want a wipe? I've got a wipe for you
Do you
here.
want to wipe? I might just lick this first.
Okay, you've got some on your.
Okay, you talk while I.
I call that chin sauce. Oh no, is this marshmallow? No, it's just my silver hair.
Oh my gosh, that's a great transition into last night.
Okay, tell me.
It's your story.
But you tell me.
Okay, so last night, D&D vibes. We're in this temple. We have to be here. It's going to help us get out of this land that we're stuck in. And Jay, so we all have these like patrons that we need to find in this temple, but they're all like hidden in these things, and there's all these weird little creatures that want to kill us. So we finally kill all the creatures after fighting for 3 hours. Anyway, long story short, Jay now has a saggy face and white hair.
Yep. My character already had. Technically, my character already had partly white hair.
Input
then-
a video of
No.
the minis.
Stop making me put B-roll.
I will do as much work as I want to.
White hair. Anyway, I go and try and access this power. It's all really creepy. And then I get access to the power. I come out, and apparently half of my face is sagging. And I was like sagging like it's paralyzed.
Wait, can I just say
or
what?
sagging like, and then I'm like sagging like there's no bones. And yeah, Rob, our DM, says, yeah, it's like there's no bones. So I was like, great, this is wonderful. And I was like, can we say my hair completely turned white?
No. Okay, so this is actually what happens. She goes, sings the deity. The deity is saying weird stuff. She's like, could it please have the powers? And then he's like, yeah, sure. And then she's like, and then she says, you take whatever you want.
Yes.
And then Jay comes out of the dream, whatever. And then Jay goes, I just have like this, like maybe it's not that serious.
Yeah,
And so
I just didn't know like what the sort of transformation is because we already knew that there was going to be big sacrifices. But in that scene,
it's like, it
the
didn't
sacrifice didn't happen because I I just said, yeah, take whatever you want to get from me in exchange for this power. And I was like, yeah, I'm not sure if this is like
that dramatic.
This warrants this, but like, could we say that I lost all, like, not lost all my hair, but all my hair turned white? And then Rob's like, sure. But like, even in that moment, like, it sounded like I almost thought that he didn't think it was that dramatic. And he was like, yeah,
that's
sure.
what I thought. He was like, yeah, sure. And then we're going to go on to the next thing.
Yeah.
But then he goes, yeah, sure, okay. But like, actually, your whole face
No, he didn't
has
say
lost
actually.
bones.
He's like, yeah, sure. But yeah, you come out of this thing and then half of your face, I was like, oh yeah, that's worse. And let's still say that I had half my hair. All of my. No, how did he say it? Like from the roots of my hair, it's now all white, and now it looks like half of my face doesn't have bones in it.
Anyway, let's move on. I just wanted to say, because we were by the fire, see this here? Zoom in. This is because I tried to put a paper straw in the fire.
Just now?
No, like months ago. And there was washing here, like, thing. And then I just went to put it inside. And then I went like this. And I burned myself. But now I have, like, I'm going to have a permanent scar. And my dad has, this is so relevant. My dad has these scars from when he used to work at a bakery. Like, he'd go like this, and because they're big trays, you have to like push them in far.
Yeah.
And you'd like push it in far, and then you'd like pull out your arm, and you'd burn
Oh my god.
So he had like these big burn marks on his arm. So I'm just trying to be like my dad.
You just want some battle scars.
Okay, should we get on the episode?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so the start of the episode is me because in a couple of weeks it's Jay's birthday,
Oh.
and I bought her a present.
Did you actually?
Yeah, I did.
You're so disgusting.
Well, no, I should say it's in a box. I'll go get them.
Oh my gosh. Okay, while TJ's away, let me tell you something that you didn't know. The box is coming. Never mind. I'll just wait.
So I had this like really great idea, like maybe 3 months ago, and I was like, oh my gosh, this would be a great present for Jay. And then all the things I wanted to find didn't work. Like I couldn't get it here in time because I thought about it so late, or I couldn't afford it.
Okay.
Or just like random stuff.
I hope this
But
wasn't
I'm going to keep
expensive.
it because I'm not going to tell you what it is because I want it for the future. And then I had another idea, but then I didn't know how long it was going to take or if I could do it.
Okay.
But I think I can do it, but it's going to have to happen next week. So it's not a present for you. It's a present for us.
Okay, great.
But we can wait for that later.
Okay, cool.
And then the third thing is I was like, I'm going to buy this. And it's not the best present in the world, but it's really cool.
TJ's a good present giver. But continue.
I'm not a gift giver at all. My sister is the gift giver.
But you
But
gave
I'm
me
not-
an Apple Pen.
That was because I had an extra Apple Pen because I lost my other one.
No, that's
so
the
I bought a
second
new
Apple
one.
Pen you've given me. You've gifted me an Apple Pen before.
The first one.
Yeah.
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
I'm an amazing
I
friend.
know you are. And then you even customized your wrapping paper. Anyway.
Okay, anyway, so I bought Jay this present, which I also talked to Mitchell about. So every time you've heard me and Mitchell whisper, that's what
Oh my
this
god,
came
I
about.
never noticed. Can we pause for
Literally-
a moment? Pause. Sorry, I keep looking at the monitor
So-
as well. I apologize.
It's fine. Look at me.
Okay.
so-
Look at you.
I bought this. I bought this kind of as the backup, but I was like, either way, this is a bomb present.
So hold on. You said 1, 2, 3. So there's 3 tiers, or there's different categories. What is this?
There's one thing this is one thing that I'm like, this is a great present.
Yeah.
But I would have loved if it was more of a present.
Okay.
But you'll see what I mean when
Okay,
when I show you.
Okay.
But I had this other idea, which was like I would make it myself idea, but it was just going
yes.
to take too long because I thought of it a week ago. And I was like,
Okay, I'm nervous.
so I bought this because I was like, I don't think I'm going to be able to finish in time, which I didn't. So,
I'm nerve sighted.
you're nervous. I bought your present. You might be like, oh, just kidding. So, there's also a second present, but it's not as exciting. Should I give you the second present?
Yeah, give me the
No,
not
because
ex-
you'll know what it is, and
Okay,
it'll
fine.
ruin the. Okay, I just have to take the bubble wrap off.
This
you can't
is so
see that.
cute. Can I have the bubble wrap?
No. Oh, you can have it afterwards.
Okay, okay.
Okay, close your eyes.
Okay.
Put your hands
Close
up.
your eyes.
Put your hands up.
Save time.
Put your hands out.
Oh, sorry.
God.
To receive. Just one?
If
One
you
hand?
yeah, sure. Okay. Cup it a little bit cuz no wide fingers. Okay. Here we go.
Oh, it's a mug.
Open your eyes.
The ball is rolling up.
So there's a card in there that says you have to hand wash it.
Please hand wash only, no scrubbing. Oh, okay. Okay, this
So-
is a D&D thing.
Here's a photo of it.
The ball is rolling up. Oh my gosh.
So I had this so I was like, okay, I'm gonna buy Jay with this because Starstruck is the
Oh, yeah, you have to do
favorite.
it. Yes, love it, love it, love it. Thank you.
Starstruck is the favorite, and I was like, Dimension 20 stuff is always gonna be a one.
Mm-hmm.
But I also was like, really wanted to get you, not the Crown of Candy one because it's been sold out for so long, but I wanted to get the Ravening War. But I got sold out the one day I went to go get it. So I just got another poster that was there, but it was way smaller than I thought. But we don't have to put this part in. Okay, I'm just gonna take it out for you.
Okay,
then
and
you
let
can
me.
look at it. You can have your eyes open because you know it's Dimension 20 now. So I don't know where you're gonna put
It's
this in
fine.
your house though. That's the one thing. Is like
In the toilet.
actually that kind of makes sense.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's so cute. I love Sid.
It's a Sid poster.
I can do it. Oh my gosh. Thank you,
should have this in your
Tips.
office so that when you you just can hang in there.
So it should be that.
hang in
Hang
there
in
when
there.
when you're stressing about a project.
Oh my gosh. Thank
So
you,
that's
EJ.
And I also brought myself something.
Yes. Did you get the matching something?
No, I didn't get a matching something.
Okay.
Well, the other thing that's
I'm
really,
gonna have this.
The other
You-
thing
you
that's
go.
really gutting is that I wanted to get the dark blue one. There's like a cobalt one, but they're all sold out. And then like all this stuff is like seasons we love, but aren't like. I was like, I don't know if Jay wants a thing of that. So I got myself this.
Excuse me. What is it?
Also, I was gonna buy the. It's just an egg for jumper.
Oh, that's so cute. Owlbear. Love it. Oh my gosh, that is so freaking cute. See, I want one of these.
Because I wanted to buy you the other one, but they were like, "This is the biggest size," and I was like, "I don't think she's gonna."
I want extra baggy.
Yeah. Yeah. So, do you have other stuff you want to talk about? Because I just spent 20 minutes giving you a gift.
That's okay. I have some stuff I want to talk about,
go.
but I wasn't even thinking about my birthday. But yeah, my birthday, when this episode comes out, is in
Like a week from
a
then,
week
right?
or something. Yeah.
That's why I decided that I'd do it now because the next one would be so far after.
Thanks, EJ. So actually, what
And it's
was
not gonna be a
Mitchell's
surprise
thing for you when you talked to him about it? What was his?
Well, Mitchell was
recommendation?
telling me about what he's getting / maybe got. I don't know.
Oh my
haven't
god,
asked
I
him
didn't even
if he
know.
got
How,
it.
like, I have forgotten to think about my birthday, so I love that Mitchell has.
Oh, wait. Oh, I don't
He's
wanna
ruined
put
the
this on
surprise.
No. I haven't ruined the surprise. Might be you both decided to do the anniversary gifts,
Oh yeah, he already mentioned something,
but you're gonna give it on your actual anniversary,
which just happened.
which is also your birthday gift. So now
Okay.
I'm ruining that surprise.
No, it's fine, Because there's something that I want to get, and he was like, "Ooh, hold on, don't buy that." Don't
Oh my
buy that."
gosh. I was like, why is she going over there? And she's just sleeping right here.
Oh, that's so cute.
So close to the fire.
Sorry, phone is charging. I just had some small little things that I wanted to tell you.
I have so many.
Sorry, I don't have anything that's as thoughtful. Like literally, these are like media stuff.
You do it.
I don't have a birthday present for you.
It's not my birthday.
Okay, so I just want to initially say that I have recently, and you already know this, but just want to touch on it really quickly on the pod, just to immortalize it, is that I have gone and revisited NMIX. This is a K-pop girl group. I've revisited NMIX's discography and their songs. They released a couple of new songs, and I just want to say, because we haven't talked about NMIX here before. We talked about
No, you did say one thing, but it
yeah.
was like when we were talking about, oh my gosh, I should tell you that. Have you heard about the tea about 50/50?
No, tell me. They
I'm gonna
ripped
tell
off a
you.
song.
No. So this is 50/50 tea. If you already know, it's kind of not really like that thing. Anyway, so 50/50, I don't know who they're run by, but they've only been together for like 6 months.
Yeah.
So like super new group. They there was like this situation when they were like basically going on like hiatus for like a tiny amount of time. And then the PR team made public that someone's going through surgery. And then this article or something came out that they were trying to be poached by the person that wrote Cupid with them.
Yes.
And so that's what happened. What about then these people like the company like comes out and is like basically like gonna sue them for trying to poach them. And then now NMIX is suing them because I think it was like a mixture of overworking and then on top of that, the fact that they released a statement when they had asked for that information to be private,
Oh,
which
snap.
was the surgery.
Yeah.
I don't know. Or I don't know. It's something to do with hospital stuff.
I completely missed that.
But now I'm like, it's possible that they're going to break up then.
50,
Because I think that if they sue, it sounds like, I haven't done massive research into this, so I could be wrong. But it sounds like they will have to break up because they don't own their name. So they won't be able to be 50/50 anymore, which is wild because they're on the Barbie soundtrack. They
Yeah.
just had Cupid. Everything's just
Yeah.
like starting for them.
So up, yeah.
And now like they might have to disappear or at least as 50/50.
Yeah. Oh, that's crazy.
Okay, now I have another thing that I have to say after that.
Okay, I'll just
So
quickly
you talk-
say
no, you
that
talk, you
I
talk.
just went back and I was like, okay, I wonder how NMIX is going, because I don't know why I missed any of their like, like when their singles come out. I don't really like have live updates on bands and stuff that I love, except Taylor Swift. In that, like those things just kind of pop up for me. But anyway, I decided, okay, I wonder what NMIX is up to, because all these other girl bands are releasing new songs, and I wonder if NMIX released anything new, and they did.
I'm listening.
So they did release new songs, and I watched it, and then I also went and listened to their old songs that I also really appreciated.
When did
They debuted. Oh, I don't know. I don't know all their details. I didn't look into them as much as I did with XG, because I was way more fascinated with XG. But I think NMIX is really like more typical like K-pop funnel. But what I find interesting about them is they have like really strong vocals. They're pretty solid choreography and dancers. Overall, pretty solid, but not the same swag as XG if we were to compare them. XG swag is just something else.
Yeah.
And the way that they project XG, the way that they project themselves, so looks like they're having fun. NMIX is like, is solid, but you can see that they're performing. You can kind of see like them sort of thinking. Anyway, this isn't a bash on NMIX. I just think that NMIX is so cool because their vocals
This
are
isn't
so...
a bash. That's actually high praise.
I'm actually praising them. I just feel like XG is on another level. But NMIX is so cool because there's a YouTube channel, and they have a live band in the background, and the singers come and everything's live. I think
Wait, is this the Filipino one or is this the Korean one?
This is the Korean one.
Oh, yeah. What's the
So-
Filipino girl group?
They've got a few. There's
The
Beanie.
one that you showed
Beanie,
me.
that was Beanie. Yeah. So they're
Beanie Baby cute.
Yeah. Okay.
Beanie Babies is the name of the fans?
No, it's not.
Oh.
I don't know what the fandom name is. But anyway,
Babies.
so I just really appreciate NMIX because their vocals are so strong. And they always guest on this YouTube channel where they perform live, and you can tell that they're singing live. So
Great.
it's like like the mics are on, and they always do that, and they're super solid. Plus, I extra admire that. I don't know other bands that do this yet, but they have a stage rehearsal. So you know how like there's dance practice videos. They have a stage rehearsal
Great idea.
recording, which is literally how they practice for stage, which is for them, they don't lip sync, or they lip sync sometimes, but I think where they can, they always sing live. So the stage performance rehearsal videos are, you can hear the backing track, but they are literally singing out loud. And we're gonna put links in the description just so that you can see it for reference. But they are dancing, so they're full choreography, and they're singing. So their main vocalists are super singing. They have like some like secondary vocalists that don't always sing all their lines, but they have this one girl. Her name's Lily. Actually, there's 3 of them that can crazy belt, but Lily is just wild because she's like doing all the movements, and her head is so steady, her face is so steady, and she doesn't look like she's straining, but she's like pushing out all these like crazy notes.
Amazing.
Anyway, so
We love when
I just
they
really
have
love
singers.
it. I sent you some videos. We'll add some. I sent TJ some videos. We'll
She's
add
playing one right
some-
now on screen. Just
No, we'll add some in the description. But yeah, I thought I would
jump
just,
around.
I thought I would just rave about them really quickly.
I am yet to go into InMix. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
put this on. It's gonna take too long.
It's fine.
And I'm like gripping my phone, my microphone. I'm yet to go into InMix, but Jay's been sending me stuff, and I've been like, okay, I'll do this when I have the brain space to go for another group, because I am really okay. So last time we did this podcast, did you add the TXT? Pardon.
I think I did.
Okay, so if we did, you can leave it. If not, whatever. We recorded that part, and I was saying that I can feel like I'm obsessed. I tried to delve into them. I have new thoughts.
Okay, great.
So I liked the song with the Jonas Brothers. Really great. Loved it. I have done more delving, and some of the singles I love, but a lot of it I just feel like I'm a little bit over the K-pop, specifically the production sound. Like I'm just like, I don't know. I feel like I also know that I have a very specific sound that I like listening to. And I really love when someone does something that matches in line with the lyrical content. It's not just like, it feels like a journey that the songwriter has gone on to make this decision sonically. Using Taylor Swift as an example, like Folklore wouldn't work if it sounded like Midnights.
Midnights.
Midnights. You know what I mean? So like they have to sound the way they sound to make it make sense. And it's also one reason why I feel like people notice it more, because of people like Taylor Swift who are revisiting old sonic sounds and whatever. And I feel like if you're just playing a song and you don't know who's singing, you could very easily be anyone unless you're like a full stan of that group, you know, and you're like, that's Blackpink from a mile away.
Yeah,
that's whoever from a mile away.
Yeah.
So I'm a little bit, tiny bit sick of it. Except there's a new group, which I show you a little bit about, called Card with a K. And I was literally thinking about this the other day. And I was thinking, imagine how cool it would be a full K-pop group that's S-Club vibes in terms of like guys and girls together. And there is one, which is in Card, 2 boys, 2 girls. They have 2 main dancers and 2 main singers.
Love that.
One's a girl, one's a boy, one's a girl, one's a boy. So that's like how they identify them on Google. I only know their current single that's going semi-viral called Icky. And it's like just that little bit weird.
Okay.
Like sonically weird. Like I don't know what the lyrics are. I've only heard the lyric Icky. But yeah, I'm like, okay, this is what I want. I don't necessarily, it doesn't need to be a Western producer, but like imagine if Pharrell did a whole BTS album. Like I'm thinking Sweetener is literally all produced by Pharrell. And so it's like you can hear it and it makes sense because it like fits the vibe of what she was going through at the time.
Yeah.
But that's what I want. I feel like rather than it being like, we have a couple of like really EDM like bam, 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 and then
So you don't like that?
it's not that I don't like it. I'm just like,
You just wish the journey made more sense.
there's not that, and then people that are doing something different.
Yeah.
It's like the people that are doing something different are like XG, I would say is different. There's like a vein of pop that I haven't seen in K-pop, but I could point at like 6 artists in the Western world that I feel like do similar things. So that's where I'm like, I'm not saying that I don't like it, but I'm just hoping to see some more like, you know, there's a visual aesthetic for an album. There's a sonic aesthetic for an album. There's some a bit more cohesion. And this is going back to TXT. Like I was struggling a little bit with like the love I had for the Jonas Brothers song. And then there's like 3 other songs that I like by them. And then I try to find other songs that felt like that. But they were so vastly different, but so much more K-pop that I was like, I don't know. Anyway, we will talk about this on a later pod, but my sister is fully obsessed with Stray Kids, and I have my own biases from Stray Kids now. They're different from hers, which is great. But yeah, it's just funny to kind of like, I'm like all down for the fandom, and I love when they do something different visually. Now I'm craving sonic difference.
Yeah.
That's
I think
my whole thing.
We'll probably see more. I feel like with XG and with other players coming into the game, I think that we'll
And
end
also
up
because
seeing
it's
a little
so
bit more.
saturated,
Yeah.
hopefully people will try to like
And that
use that and shift that.
and that's why like I'm excited about the P-pop stuff because SB19, the Filipino pop group, they're currently on their world tour, so they're in America now. They've just started their
Amazing.
American
I'm
leg.
so happy. Oh, yes, no, I know that because I saw a video of them dancing in front of the bean.
The Bean, yeah. And it's so cool. They just released their like mini album. I don't know if you've listened to the whole album
I've
yet.
listened to a couple songs from the EP,
Yeah, it's just
it's like an EP
yeah,
vibe.
It's like an EP. It's
Like
like
an
6
LP.
songs or
Yeah.
7 songs, whatever.
but
And,
I listened to the 2 that you showed me, and then I think I started listening to the album and I got to that song and there was like 2 or 3 more. And I haven't gone back since.
Yeah, and I think you know how initially I was like sort of in a cringe mode because I'm not used to seeing that aesthetic and that sound on Filipino music.
Because it felt like wearing, not in a cultural appropriation way, but like in a wearing the K-pop aesthetic rather than like making their own.
Which we talked about. And no,
Like I feel like
for
that's
them,
what they're doing now.
yeah, but like for them it made sense because they were run by
Korean.
a Korean group,
Production
so that's fine anyway. But now they are self-managed and it's great. And they
So proud of
so
them.
this album that they've put out is self-managed, and they've always been really involved with their songwriting and stuff. But yeah, that's what makes me excited is like they are able to. They're actually showing real talent, and they're able to put their story into their music. And then the other group that I like, which we've talked about in a previous pod, Alamat, I love their creative concept as a group. And it was very, seeing some more videos now, found out that it's really intentional. They really wanted a group that could speak like different languages, that they could represent different regions in the Philippines. Like
So do they like rap in different dialects?
they rap in different dialects.
That's amazing.
Yeah, their earliest songs, they would probably do like 4 or 5 different languages in different verses in different languages.
That's so good.
It's so good. And not only that, but like in their music video,
Is that like their personal dialects as well? Or
yeah,
is it
their
like,
personal one. Yeah,
that's
yeah.
even better.
Yeah. So they would rap their own thing. And then every music video incorporates textiles from local artisans.
So good.
But they like incorporate it to like into a modern context and
Great.
whatever. And not only that, but like the concept, the sound, their music video elements contain like really nostalgic like Filipino
even using
games.
the Gento thing, like I love like the sequence in the house is so
Yeah.
like it, I actually that's my favorite sequence because what's the line of like it just feels like a cinematic view of a specific experience.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
it doesn't feel like this really crazy set that is irrelevant to them personally.
Yeah.
Like it feels like probably not one specific perspective, but like maybe even just like the what is the word, like a creative director's perspective or something.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, this is what I want to see.
Yeah.
Again, visuals that are specific
Yeah.
and intentional.
Yeah.
Please.
So I think I mean, they're probably like solidifying their, like their brand and their personality. So I think that slowly now that they like, for example, SB19, now that they are self-managed, they have way more say in their sound. But actually, I think that they actually won an award. Anyway, I'm excited about P-pop. Hopefully that kind of fits your category and you're like what you are into.
I also think like would you say that you agree with what I'm saying, Sonic stuff?
Yeah.
But maybe you haven't like gone through
I
that
haven't-
process in your own head.
No, I haven't listened to a lot of bands, but I know what you mean about there's a certain sound.
Because this is new, like it's literally what I reckon is going to happen. But there's a new crew called 8 Turn boy group that's giving New Jeans, but the boy group.
Okay.
But the song, I'm just like, I don't know what the production feels
What-
odd. Like it
Okay,
feels
this is just my observation and something that I had actually been wondering, and maybe you can speak to it because you're a music guy.
yes,
Is
in all my experience.
so I feel like K-pop is way more visible now, which is so good, and so now like there's dedicated Spotify playlists on
yeah.
upcoming K-pop art. Like there's a bunch of different K-pop curated Spotify playlists, right? And there, so I listened to one, just randomly found it, started to listen to it, and I was like, it was giving maybe Charlie Puth a little bit. And who's the other
I
one?
feel like
Not
I know
Charlie
what you're
Puth. There's another one. Who's who's
Give
Camila
me the
Cabello's
vibes.
boyfriend?
Shawn Mendes.
Shawn Mendes. I think it's more Charlie Puth actually, but maybe let's say Shawn Mendes as well. But so this is all a K-pop.
Shawn Mendes is more like you can hear the acoustic guitar and it sounds like
Okay, no,
very
it's Charlie
soft.
Puth. It's Charlie Puth.
Charlie Puth is pop.
Yeah. So which I freaking love. And
We
so-
love Charlie.
Yeah, we love a Charlie. So I listened to it and I was like, this is Charlie Puth and Troye Sivan.
Okay.
Okay.
Old
So,
Troye Sivan.
Old Troye Sivan,
Yeah,
like
yeah. Like
yeah, not this new era yet.
like the last album.
The last album.
Yeah.
So there's a band, they do that, and then I'm like, oh, Troye Sivan vibes. All of this to say, I find it really interesting, and I want to know your thoughts on, because K-pop is so much more visible now that everyone is starting to influence each other.
Yes.
So like K-pop is pulling more obviously from Western sounds, including people, for example, like Troye Sivan. He's not like necessarily changing the game, but he
He wrote a song literally for BTS, so
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. But he has like a signature sound, and K-pop is pulling on that. And then now everyone's like, like there's a lot more where and then now there's also like Western artists that their songs basically sound like a K-pop song. So I want to know what you think. Do you think that that's actually happening?
Okay,
or?
so this is the thing, and we don't have to stay on this for very long, but I think in the Western sphere of music, it's very normal to like, yes, you'll have like an album that has different producers on it, but it's very normal to have a creative director sonically. So
Yeah.
Troye Sivan's a great example because every single time he's had one producer that runs the whole album, and then they'll have separate ones that come up with maybe like the idea of the song production wise, but then his team comes along and makes it his, right?
Yeah.
Charlie Puth is also a great example because he's a like producer. That's his thing as much as it is singing. So whether I like it or not is irrelevant because what he's going through emotionally or what he's wanting to write about lyrically also reflects in the sonic sound because he's had to go on a journey to get there. And K-pop, which is very much the era that K-pop started from, that 90s era of hip hop, and then formed into like this very pop heavy sound instead of hip hop. And so what you get is like pulling from Western audiences because like the format was taken from like Western boy bands, which is like NSYNC and stuff.
Yeah.
They wanted to have their own version of that. So then, they started copying what Western world was doing because they could see that there's a word that I'm thinking, but there's a lane there that they could apply really well, and they could do a thing here.
Yeah.
So they took from those in the early days, and then that was the early 2010s, and then what they've done is they've slowly now got to a level where sonically they're at the same level as what the Western world is. So now what I think needs to happen, and I also think the Western world is slightly in a similar phase, is that the saturation of K-pop as a genre is so saturated with so many groups and so many different sounds. But like, I don't know any Korean producers. I mean, that also is probably me not doing enough research. Oh, actually, I do know some Korean producers, but they're all solo artists. And I think that's where the same thing comes in. Like, they're doing something production-wise because it comes with the territory of their feelings as well. Like, they're trying something new lyrically, so having a new sound sonically makes sense. It also is, although I don't feel like it's a jump in a new direction, it's why Twice's new era feels so different, because sonically it's different as well as it being visually different, and they pair really well together. And I think eras are a very normal thing visually in K-pop.
Yes.
Like, we get the 10,000 teaser trailers leading up to the first single.
Yeah.
And then the album drops, and you've got, like, you can see it, and you can see it from a mile away exactly what song that's from because of all the visuals. And so now I think it's happening, and so I think they're smart because the groups that do it well, like, I reckon the BTS Seven
Yes. Yep.
is so good.
Yep.
It's exactly what I want.
Yeah.
So that's what I think. What I think I'm saying is, like, when BTS comes back,
It's gonna be wild.
it's going to be wild because they're going to work with, like, they already worked with, this is a great British band that has a Japanese name, Hone, I think, Honne. I don't know, whatever.
I don't know.
Their band, here's a visual, just kidding. So they they like what's the main guy's name? I want to say GM, RM,
Yep.
RM.
Sorry,
he
I don't follow
DM.
BTS. Sorry.
No, neither do I, but I know all of the stuff from Siralai. Thanks, Siralai. So RM loved them and then asked if they would produce a song, so they did. So like, I think now we're at a level where the Westerners are looking at K-pop
Yeah.
and K-pop is looking at
And-
West
and I-
at the same level.
Yeah.
So they can share together now.
Yeah, and I know
So-
you're talking about sonic journeys and stuff, but I also think that K-pop is also carving its own place in music videos and video production
Oh,
and things
one-
like that,
the highest
and
level.
like the creativity and all that, and then obviously like they're also implementing, like K-pop is also pulling from like, let's say Western or more like just general typical cinematography.
When we say Western, definitely just talking about America.
Yeah, but that kind of cinematography and whatever. But I think that like watching other creators react to there's this editor that we are a fan
Yeah,
of,
Jordan Orm.
and Jordan Orm, and we watch his reaction videos and analysis videos of K-pop music videos because he's a MV editor, and it's just so cool how much thought goes into it, and like
And how much like
how much they take
experiment
account
and
of
try and
yeah, but how much they like incorporate the production of the song itself as well. Like there's a lot of like, he's like, oh, did you notice that those cuts really match the percussion or whatever, or like there's something in the sound that triggers something visual.
like the vocals are leading up in a
Yeah,
way that like
but
they use that anticipation
the great
visually
thing,
as well.
yeah, and the great thing is like for K-pop, this is the standard. Like
Yeah.
this is a standard
Which
in K-pop.
I
And
want to reflect on the West.
yeah, but like in American music videos or like, yeah, your like typical pop song, it's not as much of that. And it's like if there was depth or if there was like multiple levels of creativity and meaning to music videos, it's like a one-off or it's like a couple of songs. But for a lot of K-pop songs, it's very layered.
And like I think that journey from like concept happens so early. Like the visual concept happens when they decide what types of songs they want to go for. So I think that's something that doesn't always happen in the US, is that they like, I think it's starting to happen more now normally, but like you come up with the song, then you have the song, then you shop it around to find some visuals, especially if the person that's singing is not a visual person or like a creative person on that side of the creative spectrum. Yeah. So I feel like
I think the
that's
only
why I
person
love
really
it.
is Taylor Swift that's really doing anything.
And also financially has the ability to do it.
Yeah.
Because like K-pop has so much money in it. You
Yeah.
know, like there's so much money in that industry where putting money into music videos is just as important as the music.
Yeah.
But I think it's not always the same. Like it's hard to make a video in the US. So
Yeah.
hopefully we'll see something.
So those are the things. Okay, so I've got these few little things that I just want to mention. Yeah, I don't have really big strong opinions about them, but I just wanted to let you know. So, first of all, I started watching Severance. No, not started watching. I finished watching Severance. Have you watched it?
Girl,
You've watched it
you
for
know, I
ages.
see these TikToks
I'm so
all
sorry.
the time, and it's like, you know, when your friend finally watches the thing that you suggested over a year
Was
ago.
it not Succession?
No, I don't. I've said this multiple times. Okay, it's the thing because me and Mitchell talked a tiny bit about Severance, and I think tiny bit about Succession,
Yes.
and then I was pitching Severance, and
Okay.
he thought I was talking about Succession, which made everyone think that I watched Succession. I have not seen more
Succession
than one
at
episode
all.
of Succession.
Okay. So, well, I finally watched Severance then.
Literally, my favorite show of 2022.
Okay, so I'm going to quickly read the blurb for those of you who are not in the know or as bad as me. I'm sorry if you already know.
We are suggesting this, and this is not a suggestion. This is homework.
This is homework. Okay.
That you have to
Anyway,
do.
here's the blurb. Severance is a TV show that is on Apple TV. The blurb. Mark leads a team of office workers whose memories have been surgically divided between their work and their personal lives. So what it means is when they leave work, they forget everything that happened at work. And then when they're at home, they don't think about work. And then when they go to work, their work selves don't know anything about their personal lives. Okay.
Severed from each other.
Yes.
They're two different
Then,
people, basically.
when a mysterious colleague appears outside of work, it begins a journey to discover the truth about their jobs. And here's another thing. What the creator wrote about it. Severance explores the idea of disassociation and the way we suppress or bury parts of ourselves within us, following a grieving man who would willingly cut his life in half for respite from himself as well as a decent paycheck. So there's mystery, and someone said it's like a sci-fi / psychological thriller, little bit horror-y vibes, and yeah.
When
and
it says a little bit horror, I would say like maybe 10%.
yeah. I think it's more the psychological thriller aspect. Don't worry about the horror thing. It's not
Oh, yeah.
supernatural. Anyway, whatever. It's mostly like technology. It feels like an episode of Black Mirror,
Exactly.
effectively.
And literally how I pitched
so-
it to you.
Whatever. I liked it. What did you think?
I love it. You know, I just don't want to get into it. You know, I think this is what I would say. I love that the main guy, Adam something. I just love that he's taking some more dramatic roles. I think he's so good in this show. I like this idea. I think, one thing about Black Mirror that's great is that you kind of get to see these short bursts, but the story doesn't have to go on. This one is like the best episode of Black Mirror, and you get to look at it. Like you actually
You
get to see how the
it
world
develop.
plays out.
Yeah.
And it's creepy and like it's just unsettling. I wouldn't say creepy feels wrong. Creepy makes me think spooky, and it's not spooky. It's just like, what's going on? I don't understand. I know something's wrong, but I don't know what it is. Is it bad? Is it just not truthful? And it's amazing. It's literally amazing.
If you haven't watched it, like I haven't, please finally go watch it. If your friend has been telling you about it and you thought they meant Succession, it's not. It's Severance. Watch Severance. Okay, next thing. We watched Mission Impossible.
Yay.
The latest movie. We talked about on the pod how I freaking love Mission Impossible. So we're not
going to
watch
watch the new John Wick to tell me if I should watch it. Keep going.
Have I watched it? Oh, frick, I can't remember. So we're not going to go into this part, but Mitchell and I went to Rotorua for our 3rd wedding anniversary. It was so cute. It was great. And while we were
They're old and in their 30s.
and while we were there, we went to the cinema and watched Mission Impossible. And there was only 7. No. So there's 7 of us in the cinema, and it was really cute. And I just love Mission Impossible. This one was so cute because there was definitely like a little bit of drama. It was 2 hours and 45 minutes long, and it didn't feel like it. Like I actually was able to, I don't know, I'm probably just dumb, but like the storyline is so basic that I was like, yeah, like each part of it I was able to like keep track of. It's basically just a MacGuffin. Like they're just chasing a MacGuffin throughout the movie, whatever, just your typical thing. And this time there's like AI and they're battling that.
Amazing.
And also the wild thing is this is part 1. So there's another movie that's going to be
it the
part
end?
2. I don't think it's the end. Mitchell
I'm
reckons
really
that Tom
glad.
Cruise is going to keep going until his body like gives up on him.
And then he will be AI.
And I also got confused because this is the movie where they do the jumping off the cliff on a motorcycle and then parachuting. But I was so confused because I thought that movie was already out, and Mitchell's like, no, the stunt and the BTS has been out.
because I reckon you've probably also seen the airplane one, where he's actually holding onto the airplane.
No. It's literally the
No,
motorcycle one.
I'm saying the motorcycle one went viral.
Yeah.
And then pretty soon after that one went viral,
movie-
which has already come out.
Yeah.
So I'm saying maybe it
I
goes
was
around
just
the
so
same time.
confused because I was like, oh my God, they're referencing the motorcycle thing. And then I'm like, it's not going to happen, right?
It's not referenced. It is the thing.
So much of that build up to that motorcycle thing is me going to Mitchell like, but isn't that, it's already out? And he's like, no, it's not. I'm like, no, but it's been out for years. Anyway, it's not out yet. And it's in this movie and it's epic. And Tom Cruise does great. Like there's so many like comedic moments, and there's like, oh my god, there's probably like a couple things there that was kind of bung, but otherwise, great movie
You're
watching
not going
experience.
for elite form of
Yeah,
film. You're going because it's an elite action
it was
movie.
just great. It was like, ooh, oh, okay. It was just
I
great
also think when
experience.
they lean into it, which is like, I guess, okay, it's not camp, but the camp experience
yeah,
of
yeah.
like doing exactly what it is,
Yeah.
rather than trying to spice it up.
I just love all the spy elements that they do. Like, there's like disguises, and then there's like, like a twist and like a gotcha, like a double cross.
Double.
It's just so satisfying. So anyway, I love Mission Impossible 7. If you haven't seen it,
Sorry,
please watch it.
I'm sliding and falling out of frame,
Okay,
so
and then
sorry for all the jiggling.
My two last things, whatever, is I watched Oppenheimer. I was about to say Oppenheimer just then.
Open wider.
Oh my god! So I watched Oppenheimer. Did you watch it yet?
No, I have not seen either Oppenheimer, Mission Impossible, Barbie.
Haven't watched Barbie. We're gonna try and watch Barbie together. But
Yes.
anyway, so watched Oppenheimer. It was really cool. I have to say, while I was watching it and they were referencing certain things, I was on Wikipedia and
In the film?
during the film, and I was like, "Hello, what is this? What's
What
happening?
is a World War II?
When was World War II?" I was like, "Who is
Who
Gamora?"
was World War II?
Yeah.
Why was World War II?
And then and I was trying to find it. So my birthday is on the 9th of August, and I found out that one of the bombings also happened on the 9th of August, which is just wonderful for me.
But you're the bomb.
Oh, thanks. Don't say that. It's too soon. But it was amazing, and I extra appreciate seeing all the BTS videos about the movie as well.
So what's the CGI thing?
So apparently, oh my God, we're not going to get into it.
Okay, next.
No, I'm going to say it. So apparently they are claiming, I don't know, I haven't followed this up. I've just seen like a couple TikTok videos about it. But I have seen them claim that this movie has no CGI because everything is on film. But there is CGI. Like there is CGI. But then apparently they do not credit like over 100 special effects artists so that they can say that it's not CGI. Allegedly. I don't know if this is like what this actually looks like, but someone said, hey, I think credited 2 or whatever.
Interesting.
So people are then saying that, oh no, it's special effects. Like, they say they didn't do special effects, whatever, but it's like anything CGI is computer generated. So anything that's on a computer is part of it. So you can't just go, oh, but no, they didn't have anyone on a green screen or whatever. So I just thought that was interesting, but I haven't had a
She's
chance
not
to
an
look into
animated
it.
character, Mickey Mouse.
Yeah. Obviously, the film element of it is really interesting. And so I saw a TikTok video of one of the not film people. I was watching this video of a guy who he runs the cinema, and he was doing the introduction because they are on the giant, what is it called? Is it IMAX?
IMAX.
Is it actually IMAX?
Yes, Max.
So anyway, he does the spiel, and he's like, we would have done trailers, but there's too much of the film that we don't have enough like space on the reel to play. Anyway, it's wild. And then I think he mentions there's 36 cinemas around the world, or 32 cinemas around the world, that are carrying the original actual aspect ratio.
Right.
One of them, Mitchell was like, oh, there's an IMAX in Auckland, and I was almost thinking like, oh my God, we need to go. The only cinema in New Zealand that is carrying the correct aspect ratio of the film is in freaking Queen's Gate Lower Hutt.
So if you're in Queensgate, Lower Hutt,
You need to watch it for me, please.
how did they do LH?
Hut for life.
Hut for life.
There you go.
Love you, James.
Oh.
James.
Yeah. So Oppenheimer's great. It was
That's
great.
wild because Auckland.
Yeah, I know. I thought Auckland as well.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because all the artsy people are in Auckland.
But also all the artsy people, the film people are in Wellington.
True.
Yeah. So yeah, I didn't really talk about the movie.
Isn't film people in Auckland because they do film stuff in Auckland?
But they also film great, crazy film stuff in Wellington.
Oh, yeah.
Like I think.
We had a
Anyway,
workshop.
whatever. I don't know.
We
I
had
don't
a
know.
workshops literally there. Okay, next one.
That's my only thing that I'll touch on is Dimension 20 released their
Yes,
Dungeons.
okay, this is our
Okay.
dual.
Okay, this is
dual
our
mini.
transition into your stuff. Is Dungeons and Drag Queens, which is
Oh, not what I was going to talk about.
okay, Dungeons
Go.
and Dragons, with the players being drag queens, and it's Jujubee, Bob the Drag Queen, Alaska, and Monet Exchange, and they were so cute, and we both agree, and we've seen people talk about the fact that this is the if you are into the drag queens and you are curious about D&D or whatever, this is the perfect one to watch because
They're all newbies.
they're all newbies and it's just great. The first episode is on YouTube in the Dimension 20 thing, but we'll also link it here. And it was just a delight to watch. It's 4 episodes and it was great.
It's so good because for the newer viewers that don't know anything about it, like, it's really great to see a DM that's seasoned, who's literally been playing since he was 12 years old, like, DM for people that know nothing. Because that's not who he DMs for. He DMs for the best. And these queens just did a great job. I feel like it's just the perfect amount of all the things.
Yeah, I just loved it.
Fantasy
It was so cool.
on level 100.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a great transition because I can talk about the new season of Dimension 20 very briefly.
Yes.
Which is literally Inside Out Pixar meets Detective Noir meets D&D. So we're going to see some feelings trying to stop bad people, I presume, in the brain.
Yeah, I think
And
it's gonna be
Hank
really.
Green is in it!
Hank Green is in it, and it's gonna be really meta. I think, because
Oh my gosh, how cool was the like shadow effect?
the shadow, the lighting, and the creative stuff in the dome for this episode
Jay,
is gonna be
in the future,
wild.
thank you so much for planning the video in here. Okay, so now on to my ones. So
Okay,
where's my
tell me all your quick fire stuff.
Okay, so I'm going to smash through these really quick. I'm disappointed about the Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yeah, I've heard a little bit more about it since you mentioned it in the last podcast.
Oh, did I talk about it?
You mentioned it, yeah.
Okay, we're moving on.
Okay.
So, One Piece trailer is out. My mum messaged me. I need to talk to Rob about it because I know that he's read the manga. I haven't read the manga, but I've watched the anime. And my mum messaged me saying, "Oh my gosh, this would be a great family watch." And I'm like, "You have
Mother.
no idea what you're saying."
Mother.
And so she was like, "Oh, you can send me the original so we can catch up." And I said, "This anime is from 2000. I don't think you'd
It's
like
never
it.
gonna finish. It's not gonna finish.
It's never gonna finish." But also, I just don't think that it would be their vibe. Anyway, so there's that, and I'm excited. If you hate it, move on. Sorry. New trend on TikTok, which is AI versions of the Glee cast singing current songs or songs they didn't do through Glee.
Okay. I haven't seen it.
You know, do you know what this makes me know though? Jane never watches the TikToks I send her, but I also
Oh, yeah,
send her,
no, I haven't
send you
watched-
a lot.
Yeah.
So
It's the same as you where you're like, okay, I need to be in the right mind space.
because I'm like,
And
I'm
yeah.
not going to pay attention and I'm
And you
going to
know
get
what's
annoyed.
funny is like you told me you deleted TikTok, so anytime that your new messages come through, it tells me that you've sent me messages, and I'm like, oh, it's this. It's like before he deleted TikTok, and
No,
it's just
because remember I downloaded it for literally this.
yeah. I'm like, oh, it's just alerting me of all the old
I don't
messages
have
he
internet,
sent.
so that was a super amount of waste of time. Anyway, so basically,
Is it? Does it
so
sound?
you know, it's the thing that you definitely have seen it where people are taking
know. Yeah,
someone
yeah.
else's whatever, but they've been doing it and taking like random songs that Gleecast never did
Yeah, yeah.
and turning them into versions that
It sounds like Glee. Yeah.
it sounds like the Gleecast. The reason why I brought this up was not even to talk about the Gleecast thing, to talk about the Glee, to talk about Glee. The reason why I brought it up is I don't know if people know this, but Emma Watson in Beauty and the Beast's auto-tuned voice
Yes.
was the most disgusting thing I've ever heard in my
I
life.
freaking love her, but yep, that was horrible.
I love her.
Beauty and the
No, it was more like
Beast.
Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
it was so auto-tuned. But what could be good now is that they get or they use the AI filter and get all the Emma Watson stuff. So I need someone to do this out there in the world. Get Emma Watson and make her sing the original Belle's soundtrack, but then it's
Use
not
AI,
auto-tuned. Use
yeah.
the AI to do it.
Yep.
Because imagine that. So now now actors that can't sing will sound like they can sing because they'll get a voice double.
We're not even going to touch on the SAG-AFTRA strike and stuff like
No, that
that.
has nothing to do with SAG-AFTRA. We stand with the writers
And the actors.
and the actors
And your...
and all people that are affected by this
AI.
thing. We stand by you, and please give them their money. Please give them their money. I need to watch Stranger Things.
If you're
Next.
watching this, we know that you have the power to give them their money.
Only people that watch us,
Bob Iger.
Bob Iger.
It's not good,
We
Bob.
know you're a committed podcast fan. Please. Okay, next.
Next.
I already talked about 7 by John Cook. If you haven't listened to it,
Love it.
stupid.
I sang it to
NBC
Mitchell and he didn't believe it was a real song. Anyway, continue.
Monday, Tuesday,
Okay,
Wednesday.
continue.
Okay. Next is AO songs. Sorry, no, I already did that. Not me listening to We're Gonna Shut a Timber by Kesha now because of the Glee cast.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, NBC, TikToks,
Yes.
lives.
Yes.
Don't want to talk about that. What I want to talk about is what NPC would you play? Okay, keep going, and you can think about that in your noggin. And it can't be Overcooked or whatever it is.
I was gonna say I was gonna be like a market lady.
No,
Like
it
I
needs to
have a
be
little
from
stall.
something.
I don't know.
What character? What franchise?
I haven't played it, but probably something like Zelda vibes. Like if Zelda had a little shop, I wanted to be like a woo.
I love that. Yeah. Do you want a spirit?
Yeah.
That's that's all I know about Zelda.
Ice cream. Yum yum. Thank you.
So I was in,
Rose. Smells nice. Thank you.
okay. Next. So I was in Auckland. I was in Palmy over last weekend,
Yep.
and when I was there, my nan. So random story. We don't need to talk about this, but my nan works like 1 or 2 days a week at a op shop, and we went into the store, and they have like a kids section of books, right? And so like all the other books cost like a normal amount that you get in an op shop, like maybe $10, $15. I go into the kids section. There is a full set of the Aragon series for 50 cents a book.
Did you freaking buy
I
it?
bought every single one.
Thank the Lord.
I've never been into it. Like I've never like I know the Aragon movie, which was
yeah.
a flop.
Yeah.
Apparently, I don't know. It's not my opinion.
Allegedly.
But yeah, it was like I was like, I don't even care if I don't like this. This feels like who's stupid enough to give it to an op shop like and not sell this on eBay.
Yeah.
So I have the whole set, and
I freaking love that.
especially because my mum said if you ever see a set in an op shop, spend the money, and if you don't have it, I'll pay you back. Because when we go to the island one day, we want a full library at the
bless.
island. So
My side, just a very side
my
thing,
side quest.
is you know how I was saying that TJ is a really good gift giver. He gave me an Apple Pen, but then also for one birthday, he also bought me the entire set of Cassandra Clare's Mortal Instruments, which I started.
Here's a photo.
I already read it before, but then I haven't finished reading the set that TJ gave me. But
But there's
also
like
another
what, like
thing.
7 or 8
There's
books.
so many books. Anyway, continue.
But also that Jay was that it doesn't.
We
it
don't need
doesn't
to
sound
talk about
great
that.
because Jay was literally there buying me a gift.
Yeah, it's
so
fine,
I
it's
just
fine,
bought
it's
it for her. Okay, so the last thing is, have you heard about mouth tape?
Yes,
So I want to buy mouth tape.
great.
That's it.
Because it's gonna change your posture.
Why? Does it change your posture?
Well, your breathing's gonna be better, right?
Well, it's just because I know that I breathe through my mouth when I'm really tired, and that's often.
Tired.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Often breathing through your mouth.
So yes, I want to buy mouth tape mainly just because I'm like, and I want to buy it for my sister because both of us struggle with sleeping anyway.
Okay.
And I wonder if it has anything to do with that.
Okay, I freaking love it. To go connect with that. Again, my whole life. But I saw a lady on TikTok, and she was like, "Here are the things that I used to go to sleep." Everything that she talked about, I was like, "Yes, I think I need all of those things." And the only reason that I'm like, I stop myself. A big reason that I want to stop myself is if I ever have to go and sleep somewhere else, I don't want to be unable to sleep because I don't have all the tools. Yeah. But okay, number one, I already have my sleep sounds, right?
Yes,
I can't
same.
sleep I need to be able to hear myself fall asleep. If everything is quiet, I can't tell if I'm asleep or if it's just my thoughts.
And also, like, if a bump happens, you don't, like, wake up a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's like, it flattens everything out. And I
Basically,
learned
like-
that from Thea. That's why Liz and Pat used to,
Really?
like, do the white noise because then everyone would come over for life group and she was like, it's just white noise.
Yeah. So I already have my sleep sounds, and I'm already okay. I need a pillow that I can. There's a Filipino word is tanday, but it's basically like you can. What is it called? You can be the big spoon to a pillow.
Oh, a body pillow.
A body, kind of like a body pillow. So I have one that I cuddle, and then I have one for my legs, and then it's just really funny because Mitch is like, I wake up in the morning.
Our sleep cycles are synced.
Yeah, Mitch is like, I don't like waking up in the morning and there's a tower of pillows. It's like I can't see my
wall.
wife. Yeah. Sorry, Mitch. But then, so anyway, this girl, she's like, okay, she has weighted. A weighted eye mask, but the way it is, it's like a mask, but the weights and the pressure that's on your eye is only around, so it's not just like a flat thing. It's like kind of like swimming goggles.
Extrudes a little bit
Yeah.
around
It's
the
like
eyes.
swimming goggles, so
Amazing.
it goes like this, but you can wrap it and it's got a little bit of
You need
weight.
to send me this TikTok.
Yep. And then she has what is it? It's like a pillow that kind of like covers her forehead, so it adds a little bit of weight to her head. And the other thing is weighted blankets.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been watching weighted blankets. I'm just like, okay, you do the research. You tell me what weighted blankets you want, and I'm reading more about it. And I'm like,
I
okay,
need you
weighted
to give me
blankets.
this weighted blanket.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, weighted blankets are bad, but
Why?
Because you're not supposed to sleep with the weighted blanket on. You use it to kind
Watch
of
TV or something.
no, you use it to equalize your body, and then you take it off because it's too heavy and it can suffocate you,
Right.
and it's too hot. But I found this company that they show the differences between all. It's like some weighted blankets is just sand, but them it's like
Oh, I really thought weighted blankets were just somehow heavy. I didn't actually think about
how they're weighted.
No, I just thought it was
Oh
like a really heavy fabric.
Yeah, it's not.
Like, you know,
It's
like
got
you,
sand in
you
it.
know, like you
Or
just put it
whatever
in the
it is.
microwave or something,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it gets heavier. Sorry.
Anyway, I found this company and they are it's knitted weighted blankets.
Amazing.
So imagine those giant, those giant
Yeah,
knitted
those, like, thick-
throw things. So each one, so basically the thread that they use or the
Mm-hmm.
yarn that they use, that's where the weight is. So it's easily like because it's hand knitted, there's more airflow
yeah, right.
and
Which makes it not as hot.
it's not as hot, and then it's not like sand where it will settle. It's like because it's more spread out, the weight is
That
much
is
better.
actually doesn't make sense, does it? Because then the sand would settle, and then you would only feel the weight on either
On
side
one
of you.
side. Yeah, I don't know. So yeah, so this girl has all this kit, and I'm like, I think I want all of those because sometimes with the head thing, I already sometimes will put a pillow here, just like to cover my eyes, but I still want to be able to breathe. And then I always feel like our blanket is not heavy enough.
Do you get anxiety when you don't have it? Because I get really
Not
bad
anxiety.
anxiety.
I'm just uncomfortable.
Just can't sleep.
Yeah. Not can't sleep. It's just uncomfortable.
Like, I'll have a full-on panic attack.
No, I don't. I don't. That doesn't happen.
That's why I have to take my iPad everywhere I go to sleep.
Yeah.
Because I have my white noise on that, my brown noise on that, and then it sounds like brown eye, and I don't like that. And then I have my bambillo, and then I have my two pillows, one for my legs, one for my hands,
Yes.
one my arms.
Yeah. We're too needy.
So, but does it work? This is my biggest fear: is that when I get married, I'm like, why the frick do you have a pillow?
well,
Like, not like saying like, can you cuddle me? More like, I'm like waking up to the pillow. Like, it's fine. Like Mitchell can still
Mitchell
sleep.
is. Yeah, because he always goes to sleep first,
Yeah.
and I'm still awake. So
Mitchell
then
can sleep
I can.
with the lights on.
Yeah. So then, I can't. So I can assemble everything. I'm like, when my eyes are closed, I'm like, I know that the light's on, and it makes me uncomfortable. I also don't like doors that are slightly open. So like,
Can it be fully open?
no,
So-
even worse.
So ours is fully open. I can have mine open, but it's mainly because of the fire. So there's a logical reason for it. So I think I can get over it.
no,
Why? Because
I just get uncomfortable.
monsters.
Monsters.
Monsters
It's
Inc.
monsters. Yeah. No, so I don't like doors completely open. That's why also, not only that, but Mitch and I, when we first got married, I used to sleep on the side where the door is. And I'm like, no, now I can't because
Because you'll get murdered first.
because yes, I will get murdered first. And the other thing is like the door is there and I don't like the flow. So I like being like door, then Mitchell gets the energy and then me.
Mitchell dies first, and then I can run away.
and then I can run away. And then the other thing is our wardrobe doors are like at the foot of our
no,
bed.
I can do that. I can do that.
So I'm like, if I literally
Monsters.
like, no, I'm like in bed and I'm like, okay, I go in and as I'm about to go down, I get I'm like, settle, and I get a glimpse that it's slightly open and I'm like laying down and I'm like,
The demons are watching.
no, I'm like, oh, frick, I have to stand up. I'm so comfy now. But,
No, I would
yeah.
be full demon. I'd be like, I can see an eye. Can I see an eye? No, I can't see an eye. I can see an eye.
The thing that doesn't help is we hang our towels on the thing.
This is the same thing with me.
So it doesn't fully close. And I'm just like, I'll just fully.
Are we the
anyway.
same person?
So,
So anyway, back
with
to
your
the
question, it's okay, but Mitch is always like, why? Why can't you just cuddle me? The joke that I keep.
Move, and I wriggle so
Literally.
much in my sleep. I'm
No,
crashing.
no. The joke that I say to no, this has happened a couple times and it's really funny. So then I just keep saying it. I don't know if I should. Anyway,
Say it and you can cut it out.
yeah. So I'll just tell you whatever. It's just really funny because I'm like, okay, now I'm gonna go to bed, and so Mitch is like on his back this whole time, and I'm like, okay, perfect. I'll cuddle into him, and then like, and I'm like settled in, and I'm like, as I go to turn to cuddle into, he's like. And turns away.
Get away from
and
me.
It's, like, it's really funny because then in the morning I'm like, you turned away from me, but I always reenact it. It in the moment it looks so dramatic that it almost is like he knows that
He did it.
like he did it on purpose because it's always like and then like turns around. And it's like
Just
sigh.
when you wanted it, now
Yeah.
I'm going
But
to
I do
take
think
it.
like subconsciously it's like now that I've added weight to him, then it's like his body's like, okay, reposition or whatever. So anyway, I just told him,
Okay.
that's so funny. So that's my sleep
Exciting
things.
things for when I get married.
Yes, look forward to that.
In 40 years. In 2044.
Yeah. Okay.
Great.
Okay, I've got one last thing I want to talk to you about.
I actually don't think you finished your thought, but I don't think we should revisit that. Keep going.
It's
You were talking
fine.
about the TikTok and the things that she was saying. Were you only talking
Oh
about
no,
the-
that's it.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah,
you were
yeah.
talking about the knitted weighted blanket was the whole
Yeah,
point.
yeah.
Okay,
That's the whole thing. Yeah.
Next go.
Okay. Now, this is more like we're going to treat this. So, this is a scenario that happened. I'm not going to tell you any names and stuff. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to read out like the main bits that happen, and then I want your opinion.
Leela.
And Teefs. Anyway. So, we're going to.
Ryan.
We're gonna do this as if it's like, am I the asshole? But whatever. I
Okay.
want your opinion on this. Okay. Imagine an artist. The artist is backstage. Okay. The show
A
just.
music artist or a painter?
This is a theater Broadway
Okay.
actress and singer. She is iconic.
We stand with the writers.
Yeah, we stand with the writers. So artist is backstage. And then the fan, so this video is recorded by the fans. The fans go backstage and ask them for a photo. And as they go and they're like, hello, ma'am, to the artist.
Okay.
The artist says, I'm so sorry. I don't know who you are. Can I ask you to leave? And then they're like, sorry, we just want a photo. We've been waiting outside for a while. And she's like, I'm sorry, but if you're not on the guest list, then you can't be here.
Okay.
Fans say, it's okay, we're just fans, we've been waiting. Can we just get a quick photo since we're already here? And then she says, yes, but it can't be at my dressing room. Can I please just ask you to go? If I say yes to you, then this is going to set a precedent. I don't want people to keep doing this.
I don't want the creepy ones.
I don't want the creepy ones. And everyone else will want to do this. So then there's another fan there that says, oh, we're friends of one of the co-producers of the show. And then she's like, oh, really? I'm so sorry. But if you're not on the guest list, unfortunately, I can't say yes.
See, my introvert, anxious ass would have heard, hey, sorry. And I would have been, that's fine.
Her first thing was, I'm sorry,
Do you want me to
who
like
are
clean
you?
the ground?
Yeah.
Like I can clean the ground. I can run away. Okay, bye.
Yeah, like her first thing was,
Do you want my phone? Okay, bye. Like I would do literally everything to
you
get
can have
away.
it. Yeah. She's like, I don't know who you are. I'm so... No, Siri, it's not you.
No.
Anyway, so then the other fan says we're friends of the co-producer of the show, and they name the show runner. And then she's like, I'm so sorry if you're not on the guest list. So she's like, she was straight, and then it was like, if you're not on the guest list. So she's like, you guys just go out and wait for me out by the stage door.
Yeah.
Because you know the stage
Yeah,
door thing?
the
Okay.
whole
whole thing is
whole
like,
thing that's made for this.
for this, yeah. So she's like, if you wait for me by the stage door, and basically she was saying like, you don't even need to go out. She didn't
Just
say
stand
this.
by the door.
She just stand by the door.
I don't want it to be by my dressing room.
Yeah, and just meet me there, and it's literally just down the hallway. So anyway, she says that, And then they're like, okay, ma'am. She's like, go, like, please, let's just, okay, I can't, I just can't do it here. So she takes her bag. And then they start walking. And as they start walking, she's walking down the hallway. And the fan who's filming is going, ma'am, oh my God, you're so beautiful. Like, I can't believe you're so beautiful in person. You were so
is this a man
amazing.
and a woman?
So the guy that's
I'm just trying to
filming,
understand the dynamic.
the filming person is a guy. And then there's another girl. And I think there might be another girl.
So the person that's calling her beautiful is a man?
It's like an older man. Yeah. Yeah.
The vibes are creepier.
Yeah. I also think, but anyway, doesn't matter. So then they're following her, and it's like, you were so beautiful, and you were so good at the show tonight. I can't believe, like, we love you so much. We love you. And she's walking in front of them, and she's like, yes, but
okay, come on.
yeah, she's like, yes, I'm so sorry. I just need you guys to come this way, and I don't. And she's like, yeah, sorry, ma'am. She's like, I hope you understand. And they were like, yeah, we totally understand. I'm so
oh my
sorry.
gosh, this is gonna go to social media.
Oh, it's already on social media. Anyway, so then.
I'm saying what? Okay.
So then she said, so they all go out, keeps complimenting her. She was amazing. She says, sorry, I have to be strict about this.
After the show.
This is after the show. Okay. So she says, I'm so sorry. I have to be strict about this. I hope you understand. And then Fan, after they're like telling her all these compliments, says, yes, we understand. Thank you. We just wanted a photo with you. And then she's like, literally, she gets to the stage door, and there's some people that have come through as well. So she's like telling them to go.
On security?
I don't know. She's telling them to go out,
Fired.
and then the people that are filming, she's like, come here, just come here. Like, let's just don't go out. Just come. Let's take a photo now.
Why does she not have a personal security guard?
I don't know. So they come and take a photo. They take the photo. Okay. She posts on Twitter saying, basically, I don't have all the details because I decided last minute to tell you this, but she posts on Twitter saying artists have boundaries, and just because you paid a lot doesn't mean you're allowed in those spaces. Like, you paid for the show.
Like you coming into my house.
Yeah. And then the thing is that the fan posts the video. I never saw the original post from the fan, but it sounds like the fan posted it to sort of show
she was being difficult.
That she was being difficult. So I will pause there, and I want to know what I mean, I probably conveyed my bias, but I want to know your thought on your take on that. Who am I the asshole? If I was the fan, am I the asshole?
Yes, the fan is the asshole. I mean, well, the true asshole is whoever's running security. Yeah. Because, it's just like, if you're in your office cubicle and you're well known for doing your paperwork, and then 4 people start coming in with cameras saying, hey, can we have a photo? Like, you're about to finish your day and go home. Like, that is just illogical. It's even like when you're finishing your day to go home and your boss comes in and like gives you more work. There's only a reason that makes sense, Like, this has no reason. And I can understand how a fan could think, I could understand how a fan could get to the point where, like, thinking that this is, like, awesome and amazing, like, it feels very odd. I mean, it's also like a issue with people wanting to be around famous people and like seeing them as anything more than just a normal human and not being able to have empathy for them. But I think the main asshole is, I don't like saying asshole, like like bluntly.
I know. This is just a Reddit thing. Yeah.
Is the security team.
Yeah.
Especially because it's the end of the show. I thought you were saying it was in the middle, so like maybe the security, like they got through a weird way.
Because she's already dressed, like she's in her normal clothes.
It's so weird. Like, imagine finishing a massive show, exerting all that energy. You've been like prepping for all this stuff, and now you're done.
Yeah.
You walk off the stage. You have like now I'm in like, what is it, like not night mode, but in like airplane mode. Like I'm just like trying to get home, trying to watch my TV show and go to sleep.
And it was just her.
And I know that there's a moment where I have to put it on before I go home. Mm-hmm. But then that moment turns up early and is not complying when I'm saying, hey, like, let's just go to the door. I think that's also like really weird to me, and maybe it's an introvert thing. I don't know, maybe something else. Maybe the stars. But like, I just feel like I would do, number one, I would never put myself in that situation. Because I would never want to be...
As a fan.
I don't want rejection. Yeah. Any rejection is scary.
Yeah.
But then if I got to that point somehow...
Because it feels like they snuck in effectively.
If you had a friend that is involved with the production, bring them with you.
Yeah.
Like, if you were there and you brought your friends and I'm the artist, I know you. I feel safe. You can control the situation.
I can vouch for them. Yeah.
Unless you're a weirdo, You know, like, unless I didn't know you're weirdo and all of a sudden you're like,
Yeah.
have a photo with my kid.
Yeah.
Like, I would do that. But,
Yeah.
you know, like, that's the whole thing. Like, that's the weird thing is that they're here by themselves. I don't know this. You could
Yeah,
be
they just
Obama.
name drop. Yeah. Okay.
Oppenheimer.
So yeah, the artist has taken to Twitter and posted their feelings, and obviously like people have taken the Twitter stuff. Now the fan got interviewed. The fan got interviewed and basically says, I don't feel like I need to apologize because I don't think I did anything wrong. I just wanted to show what our experience was like. That's why I posted that video.
Why? This is how stupid I feel. Why is there any validity to this fan? Like, I don't.
Like, why are they getting a voice?
Yeah.
Well, because people are like curious, like what
No, there's
happened?
no- there's
what
no
was
curiosity.
What was it like for your perspective?
If she
Anyway,
had turned around and said, "You don't deserve to be here,"
so let's put it this way. How do I put it? So you're in America. It's a Kiwi artist.
no. Unless I knew them personally,
Yeah.
or I don't know, maybe we were like mutual friends and we DM'd before.
No connection at all. But
No
you know
connection
they're
at all.
Kiwi.
But
You
that's
know
what
they're
I'm saying.
Kiwi.
No
And you know they're
no,
proud of being
no.
Kiwi. Let's say it's Taika Waititi and it's like,
No. Well, I'm
like
also,
Taika.
but I'm also no. If I saw them out in a cafe,
yeah.
I would maybe be like, you know, like the only person I thought I will have to make myself do it is Brendan Lee Mulligan.
Yeah.
I would go up and be like, I'm so sorry. Could I please have a picture with you?
Yeah.
And tell him how much he's changed my life.
But not in the
like,
dressing room.
I would, if I somehow found myself at one of his performances, like a improv,
Yeah.
I would sit in the back row.
Yeah.
I would watch and I would leave.
Yeah.
And I would find the first taxi home.
Yeah. And cry.
Get me away.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry. So they said, I don't think I did anything wrong because this is just how we are because they are the same nationality. And said, this is just how we are. We welcome each other when we're overseas.
I don't know. Is there like 7 people in your nationality? Like, what?
Yeah.
Like,
I just feel like
the Philippines is a humongous country with so many people. In what world does it make any sense?
my thing is, it's like the word. It's not presumptuous. It's like it's as if you feel like
Psychotic.
they owe you something. But it's like, I don't think so. Anyway, it's since blown up. And the artist has, obviously, like, okay, the artist, you know Lea Salonga?
No.
You know the voice of Jasmine from Aladdin?
Beauty.
Yes, I know Jasmine.
Beauty
Beauty.
and the Beast.
She voiced Jasmine.
I thought that
She's the singing voice of Jasmine.
in the
and
Philippines?
No.
But isn't Jasmine Indian?
No.
But the character is
She's the
Indian.
singing voice of Jasmine, and she is the voice and singing voice of Mulan. So she's a two-time
Two-time,
Disney
not her race,
princess.
singer.
Yeah.
But she's American.
She's Filipino.
No, I'm saying like she's like lives in America.
She's Filipino.
My question was.
She lives in the Philippines,
wild.
but she goes to America and whatever. Anyway,
yeah, like does a job. That's
yeah.
amazing.
So you know Miss Saigon? Oh no, I'm
no,
not. Gonna...
the musical.
Yeah, she was
Yeah,
the
yeah.
first Kim, and they looked all over the world.
Oh, I know who that is.
Yeah.
I love how that I don't know who Jasmine's voice actor or Mulan's voice
Beauty and
actor,
the Beast.
but
Yeah. So anyway, it's her. So she's iconic, and so I think that because it's like
how
Filipino.
old is she?
I don't know. Anyway,
Hello? Okay, sorry.
yeah. So it's like a whole thing. There's so many other like. There's recent developments being like she made this one comment about like, oh, sure,
Like she'd be in her 40s.
yeah. Anyway, so she continued to say on Twitter, like, no, I don't know. Like, she's pretty much stood her ground. And now people are starting to, like, tone, what is it called? They're trying to police her tone, being like, oh, I get it, but maybe you shouldn't say that because you know you owe
Were
your
they in
success.
America?
What? This happened in America, yeah, because there's a Broadway show. There's a Filipino Broadway show right now. Anyway, so then one commentator said, you know, like, I get it. Then you have your own space and whatever, but, like, you know you owe your success to your fans.
No.
And I'm like, this is
This
different.
is not Doja Cat where Doja Cat's telling her freaking fans
This
that they
isn't just
suck.
a random influencer.
This is her being like, hey, I want to take a photo with you, but can we do it down the hallway.
And I think what's frustrating is that the fans have no remorse because they think that like literally they didn't think they did anything wrong, and it wasn't like it
your
was
$20 that I get a year from you listening to my Spotify playlist.
not $20, like 10
No,
cents.
but I'm saying your true.
yeah.
Your $20 a year from you listening to my song, and you think you have a say in where we're gonna take this photo.
Yeah, literally. Anyway, it's just wild. Anyway, that's all. That was quite long, but
No, it was worth it.
so that's it.
So I hope you've got your blood pumping about annoyance.
So now something more happy.
Yeah, that just that got my gears.
Yeah.
That got me grinding my gears. Okay, I'm gonna sit up so I can get prepared.
Okay, I'm ready.
Wait, this is it.
This is it.
Dear Lord. Just do a prayer. Where's my phone?
Dear Laird.
Okay, so this is going to be a little bit hard because for some reason the internet is not working at my house. So, okay, it's not working at my house. Okay.
Is now working at my house.
It's not working. Okay, so we all know I'm a Steam girly. We already decided, we have a whole episode about it. Indie games, you can watch it. So I bought a PlayStation controller because I started playing this game. It was just after I finished the other two. And I just finished the game. The game is called Eastward. It started in 2015. I'm literally talking about this game because was my obsession, but it's over now.
Yeah.
It's a pixel art game. The vibe is
The fire is firing.
the fire is roaring. So the game is like a pixel art game. Classic. If it's got pixel art, I'll probably play it. And you're playing. Sorry, she's having her moment.
Yeah, sorry.
She's like, pay attention to me.
Okay, continue.
Actually, I'm gonna wait.
No, it's fine. Just leave it.
No, because you'll be loud. So, the game is you're playing as this man called John, and you live in this like underground city, and the whole thing is that you find this girl in like a pod. She's got white hair. She's a little girl, and
Cryogenic chamber.
yeah, like kind of that vibe. And so you're brought her back to the like city, and because he like works in the mines basically.
Hold on. I just realized this cup is for left-handed people. This is amazing.
I love this for you.
There's
and your
so many
left-handed-
cups that are not for left-handed people, where the drawing is on the right side. That's amazing.
This company was so good to work with.
You know,
because I put-
DFTBA is John and Hank's company. It's Don't Forget to Be Awesome.
So I emailed them because stupid ass me
Yeah.
put the wrong address in.
Okay.
Here's my address. Bleep is my address. I had beep.
Oh my gosh.
Like, are you stupid?
Okay.
So that's what happened. So this is the game. So you're playing as them together,
Yes.
and so you like can switch between the two of them.
Okay.
And she has kind of like a psychic kind of power, and you have a fry pan, and you're trying to whack these things. Anyway, but you're running from the miasma, which is this like thing that's overtaking the world, and it's really really cool, and it was beautiful. It's the first game from a company called Pixpill. It's their first game. They've been doing this since 2015.
Yes.
They're a Chinese company, and they were started because of like a bunch of different random moments where they like fell in to be, the three of them became best friends. Classic Kickstarter story. They started in 2015. They was working together. They added more people to the company. They moved into like a they moved into this like working apartment thing. And I think they had 8 members a part of their team, and it's just above a mall. And then, you know, I don't know if you know about this, but 2015 is a while ago,
Yeah.
and there was a massive incident a couple years ago that stopped work situations. Now, you'd think an indie game probably has a bunch of systems in place to work from home, which they did.
Okay.
Except for because they worked above a mall, there was a mass emergency exit out of the
Because of COVID.
yeah, and because so many people are in the mall,
Yes.
and there's an office building above it, so they get like emergency evacuated, everything's okay. They take their like laptops, whatever, and they can work from home. But their main server is at the mall, like maybe 6 months or something into the process of working from home. The power at the mall
Oh no.
gets turned off. So their main server, with 5 years
Oh my god.
of work, is a mixture of corrupted, gone. Corrupted, gone. So they could maybe get it back, but like it's corrupted.
Yeah.
They got some other stuff back. But what's so cool about it is the end game still came out last 2021, I think. 2021.
2022.
2021. No, it was 2021.
Yeah.
So it still came out a year later. They mass like redid a bunch of stuff, but I guess they had groundwork. They'd been posting on, like, it kind of blew up on Twitter and Tumblr because it had like this very specific aesthetic. It's kind of so the word they use is urban decay, which is so funny because I've never heard that outside of the context of makeup. So I was like, oh, never thought about those two words together before.
Yeah.
And I was like, so it's kind of giving like post-apocalyptic. The
Right,
first
yeah,
town
yeah,
you're
yeah.
in is like under the ground and everyone lives in subway cars. And like John works for the like mine. I actually have no idea what they were mining, but whatever. But at the start of the game, I was like, I don't really know what I'm doing. Like, I wish I had known a bit before I'd played, even though I thought it looked cool. I didn't know anything about the story. All of this to say, I don't even want to talk about it. This is just context to talk about the one thing that I want to talk about, which is
This is classic.
the amazingness of the. It kind of feels like it goes back to the K-pop thing. They have so many different art styles in this game. So they have the main art style, which is pixel art, but there's like 10 different others. So I'm going to list them here. So they have the main pixel art. This is what it looks like. Sorry, Jay. I'm going to send you all of these and I'm going to make your life easy. The main pixel art animation. It looks amazing. It's gorgeous. Then they have the intro animation, which is done by a cartoon company. So it's a full animation redesign of the characters as this cartoon form.
Love it.
It's beautiful. It's good. It starts at the start of every time you open the game.
Hey, can I link it back to K-pop again, where the new version of New Jeans
Yes.
in the Powerpuff Girls thing?
Yes.
And there's different versions of Powerpuff Girls,
Yes.
like
And
Spider-Verse.
And the
Art style.
TikTok app where you can make your own version of yourself. Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
a freaking filter.
Okay, cool,
So
cool,
we're
cool.
gonna
I
do
love it,
that.
I love it, I love
Look at TikTok. So there's that. Then there's these like kind of like wall paintings. So it's kind of like giving what's Mayan?
Mayan?
What's Mayan? Is it the like lost temple kind
Yeah,
of
yeah,
vibe?
yeah,
So like
Mayan.
kind of giving that. So that's like the art style. Mayan?
Mayan.
I am. Sam, I am. Green eggs and
I
ham.
just love Mayan.
Mayan.
It's
Like, so
Mayan.
giving like wall painting graffiti aesthetic.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So that's kind of like the homepage is that, and it's like really weird and kind of like awkward shapes because it's like, yeah, whatever. So there's that. And then there's this cool part of the game, which is you can put a CRT filter over the whole game.
You can toggle it.
You can turn it on and off. So you can have like clear, normal, and then there's CRT. So it like bubbles a little bit and it has like things. And like TVs are a massive part of the game.
Yes.
So there's that added. Then there's chapter illustrations, which are like this other weird art style. And they're also the same awards that you get when you like, talk to a bunch of people,
Milestones or whatever,
milestone
yeah.
awards and like random stuff like that. And then it's the same one for credits, food and supplies.
They're all different.
So that it's kind of like Zelda where you like can make food,
Yeah.
but the food specifically, you like have to collect different food, and then different mixes of different food gives you different buffers and different stuff like that. And you also have to play like a casino game to get. And if you get all three in line, you get like added 10 minutes, added 4 minutes to your
Yeah.
buffer. So you have that. Then there's this mini game inside, which is literally like OG Zelda, Pokemon, like small pixel art, and it's like full game. It has its own design guide, which is like a manual for
In
like
game.
a game. In game, there's a manual of how to play the game. It's like a completely separate game. It doesn't give you any buffers or anything, but it's a full like game.
freaking love it.
So they have the TV that you play on, and then they also have like these pod machines where you can like you know the little eggs
Yeah,
and you
yeah.
open them up. You open it.
Gashapon.
Yeah, Gashapon vibes, but they like give you different monsters that I guess you like face off against. I don't know. I didn't play it because I sucked at it. Then there was the countdown art and the title cover art, which they did to like countdown to release date. It's amazing. It's cool. It's a little bit more like not nostalgic. What is it? Juvenile. So like a little bit more like kind of kids charcoal smushy. And then the last one, which is not a different art style, but they did a pixel art version of every logo of every partner.
Amazing.
So, and that's what opens the game. It like shows the logos, but they're all pixel art versions. They're not just like the same logo. They ended up making their own engine for the thing. It's just like
That's so cool.
so cool. The art styles are so different, but they feed into each other so perfectly. The game and the story was really good. I have seen critiques, and the issue is last thing, and then I'm done. Games with writing are not made for dyslexic people.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I made like Lost.
Is there VO or no?
No, it's nah,
Yeah,
it's more
that
like
would've been,
sounds.
Yeah, that would have been extra like production stuff though.
Yeah. Oh, I financially I fully understand
Can
it.
I say though that
But
Mitchell
I want
has
the dyslexia. If I ever make a game, I want the ability to toggle the dyslexia
accessibility
typeface.
thing. Yeah.
So where it's like those letters, because I'm like, surely that's not a massive thing. It would just be like, oh,
Global
one
thing.
code.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean, surely there would be bugs and stuff.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But like that would help, especially because you know those parts when like a character is like passionate about something, so then they're like, don't let you read it. It doesn't really matter. You understand that the energy is that they're angry with you, so they're just monologuing fast. But it's like even those like, and I said, it feels like a car going by.
Oh frick.
But yeah, so that I think it's fine because I got the story. But like, yeah, I also got a little bit psyched out because at the beginning they're like, you need to go to work straight away. I left that chapter so quickly, and I'm pretty sure I missed out on the whole world because I went to work straight away.
Oh.
But like, yeah, just as a dyslexic, it's like I'm reading 4 lines. Ding. Oh my gosh, they're still talking with 4 bubbles in. And it's 4 lines each one.
Yeah.
And because I got Millie to play the game that I talked about last time, the garden one. And she's like, shut up, I just want to hit something. And I was like, oh, it's not, I've been thinking it was a dyslexia thing. It's actually a writing thing. There's too many lines.
Yeah, yeah.
And a review of this specific game was the same thing, which was
Yeah.
like,
Too much talking.
there's too much talking. Things could be in one line, and
Or it
also
could have been
probably
a
didn't need to be
cutscene.
said at all.
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
that was the biggest issue was cutscenes. Because I'm like, usually I can walk around for a bit. Can I just do something? Can I walk around while you talk? I'm like,
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
need
yeah.
something. Maybe that's just ADHD. And that's all I have to say.
Amazing.
I'm gonna give it an 8.5. No, I'm
It
gonna give it a
sounds-
9. I'm
yeah.
gonna give it a 9 out
That
of 10.
sounds so cool.
It's
Yeah.
also the longest game I've ever played.
Yeah. I think I will check that out.
I think you should just watch
I'll
it.
do my best.
I think you should just watch the intro because it's literally the whole
The whole
game.
thing. I love it.
Okay, that was a lot. It was a big
I love it. That was so fun. Thanks for hanging out with us in the fireside.
fireside chats. These are going to
Fireside
happen
chats.
every
Winter.
winter. Every 7 episodes.
Every 7 episodes.
That doesn't make sense.
We're
But
going to have a winter episode. Every 7 episodes, there's a winter episode.
well, maybe we'll do a winter Christmas next year.
a summer
Remember when
Christmas.
we only a summer. I'm saying a winter Christmas so that it's and during winter.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I don't want that. Whatever. Anyway.
Bye.
Okay, this is real friendship going on.
Go home. Leave my house.
It's 2 a.m. in a warehouse. Good night.